There is something special going on in Wilcox, Saskatchewan, a village of under 400 people best known for its hockey pedigree. Over the last few years, a core group of basketball players have formed a tight bond, and led by their two stars, they are making the Notre Dame Hounds a prominent name in the basketball ranks.
Wilcox, Saskatchewan is flat for as far as you can see. So when you look out the windows of our weight room, you can literally see 20 miles in any direction. It really takes that stress off the kids and allows them to focus on the things they really need to be focusing on.
We're in the middle of nowhere, like absolutely nothing around us. And we're living in a village, no distractions. As a player, it's like heaven.
My teachers live down the hallway, so if I need some help with an assignment, I can go do that after I go shoot.
Gym time was awesome. Me and Fo, I was in there like 4 times a day. He's my best friend, and no better doing it with my best friend.
Me and him have been talking about this ever since we were young. He's been sort of a big brother figure for me, and I've got to learn from him. It's been a great journey, and he's an amazing player.
Directing these two childhood friends is up-and-coming head coach Adam Huffman, a former University of Regina basketball player who has devoted his time year-round to help his players improve in every aspect of sport and life.
Fofo has always been extremely talented physically, and he's high academic in the classroom. He's turned the corner. He's watching tons of film. There's a hunger there to be better.
He's one of the greatest men I've ever met in my life. Outside of basketball, when you really need something, Adam Huffman is there to help you out.
He's like a second father to me, and he's been there for me through a lot, for me and my family. It's good that he's not only just a coach, but he cares about his players too.
Oh, they're my kids. I know a lot of people like to describe people as a 1 through 5, but if you watch Deshaun Henry play, he can literally defend any one of those positions and give you minutes offensively at any one of those positions.
Now, the Hounds look to take the NPA by storm, armed with a unique sense of pride and passion born out of their prairie environment and the rare opportunity they have on a national high school stage.
Please let me call the next hungry dog off the bench, but do not slack. That is not what we wear this for. I bet you we're getting about 40 practices to every game. So when we take the floor, you can just see that the opportunity means so much to the kids.
Back home, we're not getting competition like this. So when we come here, it almost elevates our game.
You are always waiting for that next competition. You'll be marking off the days on the calendars ready to play because guys are just so amped up to play against high-level competition, and we know we're blessed to have this opportunity.
When we're back in Saskatchewan, we work hard, we play hard, we play for each other, and then when we come here, venues like this, we go to work.
Well, Central Tech, it's the historic look, that castle feel. It's a gauntlet. You walk past and you just, whoa, you look up, and the reputation that comes with it, it has that feel, it has that effect. Being in downtown Toronto, it is what it is. You're gonna get everything, right? So all the distractions are gonna happen, all the excitement's gonna be there, any little thing happens in school, it's newsworthy because you're a downtown school, right? So we have to get past all those distractions and focus in and dial in what we're supposed to do inside this gym. Do we play with a chip? We make it so.
We're a grit and grind team. Like, we're like underdogs. So like, we play like, even though we're up 20, we play like we're down 20.
We try to break the neck of the other teams. Once we have our foot on the gas, like, we try not to let go. If you're a hard worker, if you have nothing to lose, if you're gonna put it all on the line every night, then you could come play on Central Tech.
I'm praying that they take on my personality. I got a smile and I laugh and I joke outside of the game, but inside the game, I'm yelling, I'm screaming, and I'm fierce. And that's how we're developing right now.
Stop relying on what we did in the years past or the games past. It's now, yes?
And when we get to be that, tenacious group, that loud group, that aggressive group, great things happen.
That style and structure is making Central Tech a destination basketball school for players like Matthew Daves, who joined the Blues for his senior season.
I knew the coaches and I knew how their style of training was, and I thought that I'd fit in here well. It just brings up like a certain tone to how I'm doing everything. So like every single rep is more important now. Being Filipino, it's a bit it's a bit different. Like, people look at me a different way when I'm playing. They're not going to see someone like me, like an Asian person, play the way that I play usually.
How do you play?
I'm in the air a long time, just to say that.
In Season 2 of the National Preparatory Association, Jeffers will look to his returning seniors to lead the team on and off the court, which also prepares them for the next level.
Me being the oldest, like, it puts like a lot of like responsibility on my back, because coach, he tells me to always watch out for the guys, make sure everyone's good. Because after I leave here, coaches in other schools, like, they look at like the kind of person you are off the court before on the court. Like, they want to know what you could do in school. They want to know what you could do like in a group of people if you're going to be communicating. All my friends like back home, they really think I've changed a lot, like, and they said it's for the better too.
Coach Jeffers is an amazing guy. He taught me a lot because he's been coaching me since young, been watching me play growing up, playing basketball at the community center. And like, he just, he just been there for me. It changed me a lot because before I wasn't really doing the stuff that I need to do to go to the next level. Since I came here, I started getting the support, the help that I needed to succeed, school-wise and basketball-wise. He prepares me to be a man.
The good will follow the good, the bad will follow the bad. But if people see the good in you, they're gonna make sure and push you to that stream. Central Tech is labeled. It's no chance that I'm here trying to change that label, try to bring forward a better understanding of who it is and what the school is about.
Looking to beat the buzzer. Stick back jab, Jacoby Neath.
Hey! Let's go, man. Good pick, boy.
Transition, Shaheem Malcolm. Oh, someone checked that ball for a bruise. With the steal. Blowing past everybody, A.J. Lawson.
Let's go, bro.
In transition, throwing it down. Off the backboard, Jashawn Henry. Shaheem Malcolm letting everybody know the Riverhawks have taken flight. Right down the lane with the slam. Oh, Sammy Hunter. There's Daves.
That's a dive. That's a dive.
Showtime from the Filipino wrecking machine. Let's not call this a consolation final. This is the bronze medal game between the Notre Dame Hounds out of Wilcox, Saskatchewan, wearing the red with white trim. There you go. The Central Tech Blues, appropriately wearing the blue jerseys. Charges are going to be a big thing in this game. 12 seconds in. The Hounds already have one on the score sheet on the charge total. Jashawn Henry with the tip in. You know, it's easy to say that this game, oh, Carter Kahinka. Getting out the Windex, cleaning some glass. Pinning it off the backboard. A Dave Fuller and a date again. A special player at the point guard position, 6'9" wingspan. Built like a linebacker out there. Jashawn Henry, back rim and out. Sholayak trying to get active on the glass, can't come down with it. Back the other way, Raheem Sullivan, one of the most electrifying players we've had in the NPA. Raheem Sullivan, number 4. And there's DeAndre Reed. No good. 2 teams ranked number 1 and number 2 when it comes to seeding for the national championship tournament. The Hounds ranked number 1. Lost a heartbreaker yesterday, the GTA Prep. While the Central Tech Blues came out in the losing end against the defending champion Canada Top Flight Academy out of Ottawa, Ontario. I know both of these teams, coming off that emotional letdown yesterday, are going to need a little bit of time to try to get their legs and wits about them. Interesting conversation had league-wide about whether there should even be a bronze medal game. I'm glad that we have this, because this is 2 teams that I wanted to see face off. 2 teams that have not crossed paths this year. Fofo from range. 5-0 early lead for the Hounds, and I know it must have been a tough night to get to sleep for the Hounds, but I think as this game progresses, they'll realize there's a lot to play for. DeAndre Reed, you want to talk about a guy who has a lot to play for. DeAndre Reed, one of 11 seniors on this team. The Blues looking to end things on a positive note when it comes to the finale of their high school careers. So, bragging rights. And just when it comes down to it, wanting to end your high school career on a winning note, that's what's on the line here today, and a 3rd place bronze medal. You're looking at the top 4, 2 of the top 4 teams in the nation going at it. Bronze medal game live, Sheridan College in Brampton. You have time to get down here to catch the remainder of this game, and also the gold medal championship game between the defending champions, Canada Top Flight Academy and GTA Prep. 2 great matchups. If they're going to be anything like we've had in our 4 quarterfinal matchups and 2 semis, we are in for a treat. Fofo at the line, cashes the first. These Hounds just got nothing outside of their top 3 in yesterday's game. Talking to head coach Adam Huffman, said he's just been amazed, not in a positive way, how his second-tier players, and I mean that, don't mean that in a derogatory form whatsoever, have just went AWOL on him these last couple of days. I mean, Sholayak, Deshaun Henry, and a Dave Fallar and a Dadigan combined for more than half their points, which is you come to expect. But I mean, they did everything for him. Points, assists, rebounds. And when it came to the complementary players, they just weren't there for him. They haven't been there for him throughout this tournament. That's really been the difference and the downfall for these Hounds. That last year had the same issues, just not having the depth. This year, they thought they had figured it out. Ayak in transition, foul by Chambers. The Hounds thought they had found the answer to their problems with depth, but just did not get the performances they needed. It's the National Preparatory Association, the only national prep school league in Canada. For the 2nd time in Canadian basketball history, we'll be handing out a national championship. Adebaboye, cross court, Jones, Raheem Sullivan. So fast to the rim. Raheem Sullivan playing his final high school game on Canadian soil. He'll be heading the JUCO route. But when this kid, he continues on his path as Jaron Jones sends it back. He is going to be fun to watch. Dadigan, one of the best blocking guards we have seen. Ooh, alley-oop is tipped on the way up. The Hounds like to run, but that is Central Tech basketball, end-to-end action. Sullivan gets bumped. The Hounds with a 4-point lead, just under 4 minutes into the opening quarter. Naz Roberts checking in, along with Khalid Ishmael.
Hey, 24! Stay there until they come. 24!
Sullivan cuts it to 2. Ooh, missed Henry rim running there. Avery Hutchinson has been a key player for the Hounds. Didn't have the game I'm sure he wanted in yesterday's semifinal. Deshaun Henry getting to the baseline, can't finish. Deshaun Henry named our league's most outstanding player of the year yesterday before the game, averaging over 28 points per game. Our league's leading scorer. Cranks the first. Heartbreaking loss for the Hounds yesterday. Tough to see kids leave it all out on the floor and end up on the losing end, but someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. It's going to build character. And I'll tell you this, everybody in attendance at the game yesterday knows the name of the Notre Dame Hounds. They probably didn't even know where Wilcox, Saskatchewan was, but they know about it now. And I can guarantee you that they know the names of the Hounds' big three. Deshaun Henry checks off. Wyatt Hope checks in.
If you have the front and somebody else is there and you're in the back, just tell them to take it.
Sullivan with the phantom high fives, looking back for his boys, but they're having a chat with their head coach. Head coach Kevin Jeffers has had an outstanding season. This is the coach of the year last year in head coach Kevin Jeffers, while on the other side, Adam Huffman, the coach of the year this year, also named yesterday alongside Deshaun Henry as most outstanding player. Ooh, Sullivan cooking in transition. Ishmael back to Sullivan. Sholayak, great defender, but even the best defenders have trouble staying with the speed of Raheem Sullivan. Fofo back the other way. Little Euro step, can't finish. End-to-end action. Naz Roberts couldn't crush it home. Fofo. Pull up, Wint. One of those guys that the Hounds needed more from. Cole Newkirk out of Saskatoon checking in. A little bit of background on this Hounds squad. Every one of these players from west of Ontario, you're talking Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. And the NPH and the National Preparatory Association wanting to give opportunities to players from outside of Ontario, and head coach Adam Huffman has taken a number of those guys, brought them to Wilcox, Saskatchewan, trying to build something special out there. And in just their second season in the MPA, earned themselves a #1 seed. A couple of All-Star nominations, an Outstanding Player of the Year award, a Coach of the Year award. Proving once again that nationwide basketball is strong. Henry running off the screen. Tucks it, gets there, Naz Roberts sends it back. Can't get it to go. Fofo. Ooh, almost had it taken away. Sholayak, pull up. I think that's too close for Ayak. He needs to take a couple steps back from what we saw last night. Hitting from the attack line. Ayak cashes in from downtown. Boye. Tariq Ahmad. Charge going the other way. The lacrosse player, Hope, stepping in for the charge. Timeout for the Hounds. Tight game here in the bronze medal final. Stay with us. We'll be back to Sheridan College in Brampton.
My name's DeAndre Reed. I'm mic'd up for Notre Hoops.
Mike up, what you gotta say? I see you, boy. I see you down there. Hey, Mike, I know you hear me, Mike, over there. I know you hear me, Mike, over there. Let's go, boy.
Let's go, boy. Oh, yeah, I'm in help. I'm in help. I'm in help.
Hey, who's up there?
This is my board if you miss.
And I'm gonna be switching for a big, you know? No, it's okay.
Sure, that only applies for Craig. He won!
2:42 to go here in the opening quarter of the bronze medal final. Notre Dame Hounds in the red. Central Tech Blues from downtown Toronto. Ooh, see, those are the type of plays that Sholayak struggles with at times.
Corner, JJ! Corner, JJ!
McKinnon. Kick out. Jaron Jones. No good.
The ball!
Fofo. Ayak. Back to Fofo. Definitely got a size advantage at the point guard position there. Hope. Couldn't pull it down. Oh. Ade Falar Ade again. Time and time again. Challenging the shots. I think what makes him so special, blocking from the guard position, he has such great body control. Very rarely will you see him get called for the foul on the body. And with that 6'9" wingspan. Our Peel officials have been outstanding start to finish in our 14 games over 4 days. And our competition level has been high. Parity, a strength in the National Preparatory Association. Henry airs it out. Kevin Jeffers pulling out all the stops. Jeffers trying to work that 6-man offense. Just had one of the players stay out a little too long. Promptly turning it over. Tight first quarter between seeds 1 and 2, while 3 and 4 will be coming together at 5 p.m. Act from downtown. Ooh, Raheem Sullivan behind the back, step back, Jimmy Short. Don't tell these guys it's not the championship game. Hitting the floor, getting after that loose ball. Sullivan's gonna have to pull it. He does just that. Front rim and out, little out of his range. The Dadigan back the other way. Working on Thomas Yoon. Foul called. Shooting 2 will be Fofo. Don't tell head coach Kevin Jeffers this is just a bronze medal game. Coaching all the way to the end. He has brought these kids along. A lot of these 11 seniors have been with Kevin Jeffers for a couple of years now. This will be bittersweet for them today. Fofo cashing it. Daves, pull up, long 2, short. Ooh, Sullivan almost snatched it away. Fofo into the paint, kick back out. Hutchison into the corner. Raheem Sullivan trying to get into that passing lane. That's a charge. Both these teams love laying the body on the line. Fofo, a couple fouls. Still in the first quarter here. 6-point lead for the Hounds. Just under 30 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Working that baseline. Kevin Ajuri jumped into the body. Listen, Raheem Sullivan. No good. Hayak. Oh, Sullivan's so active defensively. Got a launch. Woo! An alley-oop, 3-point, buzzer-beating shot to end the quarter. It was a back and forth first, but if you don't think these two teams are going to step it up here as we go along, you're sorely mistaken. We'll be back second quarter after a short break.
See what? I've been. I'm fucking done, baby. That's how you end a man's career. Oh, what the? What's wrong with this kid, boy? He didn't even do nothing. This guy is sorry as hell, boy. Sorry as hell. Oh! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Puts it in. We just got to play solid deep from there. You guys understand? Let the other guy forward bring it up, right? You guys understand?
That's close. I am.
He breathed. Hey.
This guy.
Yo, that guy needs to be.
Hands. Robertson. Oh yeah, Gino. Oh yeah, boy. You're too big. You're too big. You're too big. I left his brain in Ottawa. All of it. I left the whole thing. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
No, bro.
Let's get one more stop. Let's get a score. Another stop,
100,
another
bro.
score, another stop, another score. Let's keep going, boy.
Yeah, bro.
Let's keep going. You guys cannot run with us.
Listen,
Way better than them.
Hey! Hey, tell the rest of the game.
Man, you know what we do, man. From the growth to this, man. We really do this, man.
Let's keep it going. Keep the intensity high.
We're back. Nice way to finish the first quarter. Banking in an alley-oop 3? Sure, why not? Just to wake everybody up. As I mentioned, both these teams lost heartbreakers in the semifinals. Had to get back out here today to play for a bronze. Always tough to get up for those games. It's amazing once the competitive juices start flowing, a little easier. Sullivan, Daves, Yoon, Jones. 3 balls, good. If you haven't seen the Central Tech Blues play basketball before, they are notorious for falling behind early, only to fire back. I don't know, these Hounds are going to have to start calling these bank shots. That time it's Ayak. And the Blues just ball hounds, getting after it. Sullivan coming out with it. Working on Kahinka. Ooh, Sullivan. Kick out. Ooh. Jones thought he had the flow in the field there, looking for his second consecutive. Ayak pulling from range. Kevin Jeffers even smiling about that one. This Shoal Ayak kid, talk about polar opposites. Ooh, Sullivan. Sorry, folks, just so impressed with the kid's stop-and-go speed that is Raheem Sullivan. But Ayak, I mean, he can be off, and other times he can make it wet from mid-court. There he is again, step back 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Wint has it taken away. Oh, watch out. Jaron Jones invites the contact, and Deshaun Henry hit the floor hard. Deshaun Henry has taken some hard hits throughout this season everywhere he goes. Take a short break, come back, see how Deshaun is.
Get your feet square.
Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it, master it.
AJ Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow. Pick it up, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillip, two-hand jam!
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter from what city you're from, how tall you are, what school, what club you represent. Game speaks. There's no politics here.
We've traveled across the country and back. 6 years running. Canada's basketball talent blossoms right before our eyes. From coast to coast. It's our job to bring it to the light. No gimmicks, just hard work on the hardwood. Who will step up to the plate this summer? Who will make their game undeniable and challenge every man in front of him? Game will speak. We've traveled across the country and back. Rep by rep. You push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. doubt sets in. Why do you do it? Is it worth it? The lights turn on. All your questions are answered.
Take a look at Deshaun Henry over on the trainer's table. He came down on the right hip. That's what they're looking at. The Hounds training staff. Hoping that's just a bruise. The sound when he hit the floor was quite obvious. Gonna get some ice on that. Don't know if we're gonna see Deshaun Henry again in this game. That kid was crushed after the semifinal loss yesterday, but showed up today with the same intensity you would expect from the top player in the NPA. So someone else is going to have to fill the void offensively. Carter Kahinka, not somebody you'd want handling the ball. Avery Hutchinson gets to the baseline, runs out of space. They're going to have to launch it. Kahinka beats the clock. 24-second shot clock violation.
Sectional set ball number 22, checking in, Eugene Yaku.
Raheem Sullivan with Sholayak on him. Isaiah Adebaboye from downtown, pure. Leads down to 6. The Hounds were up double digits, but when you see Deshaun Henry go to the sideline like that, you can expect the Blues are going to pounce. Big time shot right there from Noah Leto out of Sylvan Lake, Alberta. Adebaboye going to go back to back. No, out of his range. Fofo airs it out. Hounds are definitely off the mark from range today, but they've been bailed out a couple of times from some bank shot threes. Sullivan. Here comes the double. Jones flashes to the free throw line, finds Adebaboye, steps out of bounds along the sideline. Hutchison. Sullivan is going to be all over him. Wintz was so off on his first attempt, nothing but net on the second. See that so often. Foul on the ground on the rebound. Hounds find themselves back up 12. Trying to hold the fort without the league's most outstanding player, Deshaun Henry, still on that table over there, working on the hip.
Quickly, quickly!
he's not hearing the call. He's assuming that we're not doubling. We're switching it.
Kanku misses the first.
If you switch that, there's nowhere to go. He picks up his dribble, he's dead in the water. Yes? We're switching it.
And the second. Blues not helping themselves, trying to get it back to single digits. Head coach Adam Huffman calling on his point guard Dave Falarnadate again to run something. Offense has been scattered the last few times down the floor for the Hounds. Wint brings it down. Fofo takes it away from his own teammate. Sholayak thought about it. Adebaboye gets a hand in. Wint, why not? Wint, one of the players out of Manitoba on this squad. Looking down the roster, so impressive to see a team made up of players all hailing from west of Ontario: Estevan, Saskatchewan; Regina, Saskatchewan; Calgary, Alberta; Regina, Saskatchewan; Winnipeg, Manitoba; Saskatoon; Sylvan Lake, Alberta; Wolseley, Saskatchewan; Lloydminster; and of course, Calgary, Alberta. A reminder to anybody watching online, especially if you're west of Ontario, the National Preparatory Association is looking at expansion to our Western Conference. You can hit us up at info@northpolohoops.com. Applications are now open until April 30th. As we look to build off of what has been an outstanding national championship tournament. Speaking of the Western Conference, walking into the gym right now, BC Christian Prep out of Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. Played their 2 games, losing their opening round matchup against Toronto Basketball Academy. Eugene Kanku from the land beyond. But BC Christian Prep has stuck around to support their Western Conference brethren in the Notre Dame Hounds. And they've been treated to some great basketball. I know I've talked to head coach Doug Dowell a number of times, and he has been so impressed with the level of play across the NPA. Full with the ball. Wint down low, Sholayak. No good. Offensive board and put back by Cole Newkirk.
Number 14, Cole Newkirk, and he puts it in, gets it right off the glass.
Keeping the Hounds up by double digits. Adebaboye tumbling towards the rim.
Go, Dre! Go! Go, here!
Percentage 10, number 13, Rashawn Chamberlain.
Guys. He's someone to find five. Once you get past the middle, you gotta get also, guys, right now, let's get a high screen.
Find it! No! Get line! Don't stop! Get line, Rashawn! Stop, Rashawn!
Fofo. He's got Sean Chambers on him with all kinds of length. Spin into the lane, kick out. Wint gonna launch, no. And it's stolen away. Raheem Sullivan, easy two the other way, cutting it down to single digits. Here come the Blues. Ayak. Chambers. DeAndre Reed, who we haven't seen since the opening quarter, back on the floor. One of the standout seniors for this squad. Sullivan. So smooth is Raheem Sullivan. Nice look. Body's hitting the floor. Ayak filling the offensive void left by the NPA's most outstanding player of the year, Jashawn Henry, who I do not believe we're going to see back on the floor today. Bumped up underneath the rim earlier. Like he came down on his hip, and taking a look out of the corner of my eye, hoping that it's muscle related. Newkirk pulled away by Chambers. Back the other way, Blues on the run. Sullivan to Reed. Fofo again with another takeaway. Dave Falar and Dade again getting it done defensively. Hutchinson takes away the inbounds. Wint. No good. Oh, right to Hutchinson, but he can't finish. Look at it, Dave Falar and Dade again. Offensive board hunting. Three in the key on Fofo. The Blues have been slowly chipping away at the double-digit deficit. Sullivan to Reed. We're going back the other way. Timeout on the floor right now. Hounds want to talk it over, still up 7. They want to try to keep that lead intact. Stay with us, we'll be back. The National Championship final day, Sheridan College in Brampton.
NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country.
Everyone has their story. What's yours? Were you born with the ball in your hands? Or were you a late bloomer? Are you a dead-eye shooter? Or a high flyer?
Notre Dame Hounds have had a double-digit lead for much of this game. Down to 7 now. Foul on the floor. Inbounds to Fofo, he misses it. Leaking out. Blues can't convert.
When are you gonna learn to stop playing for yourself?
Checking to game is Central Tech number 2, Connor McKinnon.
Sullivan running off the screen. Corner, Jaron Jones, nothing.
Hey!
Staying with the Blues. Sullivan snaking his way through. 35 left in the first half. Hutchison, corner, Wint. Khaled Ishmael drops it off for Sullivan. Kayla McKinnon. Nice pass. Khaled Ishmael, the Blues getting it going. Trying to get into the halftime with a little bit of momentum on their side. Ooh, and this is Central Tech Blues basketball. Timeout. Let's take a look at that bracket as we have continued on throughout the tournament. Just sort of a quick look back. Started off with RNS. RNS beating Beast as a bit of an upset. Crestwood took out St. Laurent. And then it was TBA beating BC Christian Prep. LBA also advanced. They then lost to the defending champs, Canada Top Flight Academy. That's how CTA ended up in the semis against Central Tech, who survived a classic game against Toronto Basketball Academy. And yesterday it was CTA that beat Central Tech by 11 in a game that, if we had another half a quarter of basketball, it could have turned out differently, but obviously that's not the way it works. While on the other side, it was the Hounds holding true until they ran into AJ Lawson and GTA Prep, who played outstanding yesterday. So it will be GTA Prep in the final at 5 o'clock against the defending champion CTA out of Ottawa, Ontario. And we're back now to the final seconds of the first half. Almost another buzzer beater. We got a 2-point game at the break. Stay with us, folks. 10-minute halftime, and we'll be back.
Okay, let's keep it going. Keep the intensity high.
Get your feet square, get your feet square.
Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it, master it.
AJ Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow. Pick it up, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillip, two-hand jam!
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter from what city you're from.
Makes him a real problem. There he is coming outside. Johnson just all over the floor today.
No!
Didn't think he was going to make it, didn't. Here's Jaden Johnson. He goes for the crossover spin move. Kind of that East Coast flavor. As Johnson goes inside, finishes.
A scoring guard. He could actually play a little bit of point. Nice move by Jaron Johnson.
He's saying, don't hold for the last shot. We just need points.
Johnson. Bang. That is a weird form, but it goes. be in attendance over the course of the weekend. I mean, he had, what, 18 at halftime? 18 for enough of it.
Nice move there by Montu. He finds Jared Johnson.
Porter winds down. Ooh. Nice.
In this event.
Yes, sir, he does. He just needs guys. Bang! And the shot.
I didn't book it. Let him shoot. He can't shoot.
For their teams in big moments.
Nice bounce pass right there by Jared Johnson.
Nice three-pointer. 100%, and there's McGee again.
He's finding his guys.
Three goals.
Jared Johnson on the triple.
Everybody on their feet as Canada Top Flight Academy are the first high school aged national champions in the history of Canadian basketball.
We know that it's only going to get harder, especially, everybody's going to be getting better teams, and that it just puts a target on our back. So we know we're going to have to push harder, and every game is going to be a tough game.
This year, we're trying to win it for sure. I feel like we're one of the best in the league.
We're telling our guys, listen, man, you got to be ready to play, compete, because these guys want it.
It's either kill or be killed, on the court, you have to be competitive. You have to have a dog in you, or if not, you're not gonna succeed or you're not gonna do well in the sport.
Do we play with a chip? We make it so. It's who we are.
If you're gonna put it all on the line every night, then you could come play on Central Tech.
Something about TBA is everyone is together, this family-like vibe. There's no questions about it. We have to win. If we don't win, it's a failure. I see it.
Well, Kitchener, we're not really known as a basketball city. Having that underdog mentality is just giving us extra motivation.
Hamilton's really, everyone's trying to prove themselves. Everyone's trying to show that they're better than other people.
Going to nationals and show people that we're not finishing last. We're coming for the championship.
We have Core. I think he's the best big in the league. And then we have the best shooter in the league, Okai. And then we have Josh. I think he's the best low post player in the league. I think when we hit our stride, no one's going to be able to stop us.
Basketball is so global now. Everyone plays, everyone has a passion for it, everyone sees it. And these kids come from all around the world, including British Columbia. 25 years ago, I never would have believed it, but what a difference today.
The East Coast gets overlooked a lot, so I'm looking forward to putting Nova Scotia on the map.
No, Maritimes, we're gritty. The ball on the floor, we're gonna be the first on the ground to get it for sure.
People ask me about Montreal, what's special about Montreal? And I say, it's the way that people integrate all together. So this team represents a little bit of that.
People always are kind of talking down, to the Prairies, but we have the ballers out there.
Back in Saskatchewan, we work hard, we play for each other, and then when we come here for venues like this, we go to war.
History has been made in Canadian basketball.
From the Maritimes to the nation's capital.
I just like the sound.
Brady Cancun, my goodness.
To the 6.
Oh, big block there.
To the Prairies.
By Deshaun Henry.
All the way to British Columbia. This is the NPA.
One hand down, all over the defense. My Lord, goodness gracious.
Campbell with the facial.
Oh, E-man, defense to offense.
Cummins, that is
no
not
way.
the guy.
No way.
Cummins, tie game.
Oh,
plus the foul.
another good one. There is Sammy Hunter. And that was it. Oh my Lord.
And look at this. Danilo Jiricic ending his high school career with a dagger of a spike.
GTA prep wisely feeding the hot hand. Oh, nice step back, cross through. And we got Sidney Kabongo on fire right now.
Oh! How about that nasty from Jashawn Henry?
Stick back, Chris Hagan.
Knock back.
Oh! Bringing the fans to their feet. Putting a man in the rim.
In transition with the cock back, one hand pounded. Woo! DeAndre Pierre all over the rim. Oh! Down the lane, Stephen Rawwire.
Everybody on their feet as Canada Top Flight Academy are the first high school age national champions in the history of Canadian basketball.
Here's Henry.
Nice fake performance. Oh my goodness!
And Henry didn't have to hear me there. He's putting on a highlight reel. He's putting on a show.
Oh,
Bogo stick.
Jashawn Henry.
There you go. You found him. Oh, nice spin move there.
Jashawn Henry. Henry now working on the one-on-one. What a strong move. This kid is special. A 2-point lead for the Hounds, who led by as many as 12 in that first half. The Blues staying true to their nature of falling behind early and battling back. That's what happened against Canada Top Flight Academy in the semis, but they could not get all the way back. Greg Wint finishing. Just so everybody knows at home, Jashawn Henry, the NPA's most outstanding player, award winner, and the leading scorer in the NPA at over 28 points per game, was injured in the second quarter. The good news is that it's a soft tissue injury, bruise related to the right leg, hip, lower back area, but it tightened up on him very quick. Anybody who's had that happen to him would know what that feels like. He's been in the corner with the Health Institute and the Notre Dame trainer. We're just trying to loosen up that muscle for him. He will not be back in this game, but the good news is that he will be fine, which is of the utmost importance to everybody around the league. We want to get our players to the next level, and Jashawn Henry is one of those guys. At the conclusion of this tournament, was going to be starting his visits for post-secondary education, and St. Bonaventure came out today strictly to see him play, so that is a tough break for him. An opportunity to show out for a college coach and comes up with the injury. But thank goodness he will be okay. Sholayak was asking for it up top. Got it on the bounce pass instead and finishes on the other side of the rim. So the Hounds are going to have to do it without their top player as they attempt to bring the bronze medal back home to Wilcox, Saskatchewan. Third place in the NPA on the line. Fofo working on Adebaboye. Ooh, nice move. A Dave Fallar and a date again. You're going to see him in the NPA for one more season at least. I believe he can come out this year actually as well, now I think about it. Without my cohort, Elias Sabate, beside me. Cannot confirm nor deny, but Fofo is such a solid player at the point guard position. Not only do we have talent represented from coast to coast across Canada, also have it from around the world in the gym. BC Christian Prep Panthers in attendance with players from Hong Kong and Iran and around the world. They're here to take in the championship day. Matthew Daves tries to slap it out. Adebaboye, no good. Ayak brings it down. Sholayak, leading scorer of all players, was 16 in the first half. DeAndre Reed, no good. Raheem Sullivan had himself 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Fofo, 9, 5, and 2. Right back to a date again. Reed to Sullivan. Ooh, into the body. Calling it a charge.
Number 22, Eugene Andrew.
Who's here? Reed!
Hutchison working on Sullivan. A date again. Spinning. Pull-up jumper. Ooh, almost banked it in. Sullivan, nice bounce pass on the run. Out of control, but they're saying that Wint was not set. Adebaboye at the line. And date again to Hutchison. Pull up 3.
Who's running? Who's running?
2-point game. Ooh, Sullivan. We're gonna miss Raheem Sullivan here in the NPA. So smooth with the ball, so quick off the dribble. Jaron Jones called for the foul.
Look where he is!
Dadigan. Bodying up Adebaboye. Out of bounds, staying with the Hounds.
Lots of contact. He's initiating it.
Oh, from range. The bench is loving it. Back and forth affair here. Everything we expected between two teams that had not crossed paths this season, but both teams wanted this matchup. Fofo fires it to Hutchison. I think Coach Huffman would have liked to have seen a bit more of this yesterday. Some additional players getting involved offensively.
Number 11, Tariq Behan, and number 21, Robert.
Roberts and Hamad check in. Sullivan and Adebaboye getting a rest. Pull up. Nope. Offensive rebound fouled in the act was Jaron Jones. Central Tech coaching staff will not take a possession off. One talking with the official, one talking to a player. Jeffers barking out instructions to his players on the floor. Oh, again. Ooh, bench was ready for that one. The Blues down 3. Jones pulls it back out. Ooh, Ayak got there. Basket and the bump, but Ayak hit his head on the floor. The way the Hounds play ball, this is something that can happen fairly often. Stay with us. We'll be back, update you on the condition of Shoal Ayak.
You push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. Doubt sets in. Why do you do it? Is it worth it? The lights turn on. All your questions are answered. Rep by rep, you push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. Doubt sets in. Why do you do it? Is it worth it? The lights turn on. All your questions are answered.
I think Shoal is okay. He's holding his neck more than his actual head. The Hounds laying it all on the line this bronze medal game. Don't tell me consolation finals don't mean anything to these kids. Hutchison the corner. Back to Hutchison. Collision. Knees knocking.
Communicate! Bump! Bump!
14 on the shot clock, 1 point lead for the Hounds, who have the ball on the baseline. Fofo up top. One of the players that we wanted to see more from in each of the previous 2 games for the Hounds is Cole Newkirk. Dropped a little hook in the lane there. Eugene Kanku, who can be a very important player for the Blues by doing things like that. Knockdown shooter, getting to the rim as well. He can finish above the rim. Hutchison working on Reed. A date again. Back rim and out. Hounds come up with it. Wint. Cross court. A date again. Has not had the range today. Tied at 51. The Blues take the lead for the first time, I believe, all game. And that is exactly what Central Tech does. Fall behind early, but they are never out of a basketball game. They were never out of this one. I think that was quite obvious. Back the other way. Kanku again. 5 straight. Date again. Wint. Oh, had a wide open Hutchison, but instead dropped it off to Newkirk. Results in 2 more. We continue to go back and forth here in the bronze medal final. Championship game tips off at 5 p.m. Hutchison, Fofo, hard at the rim, inviting the contact, and now Fofo's on the floor. Ayak going to come back in here for the Hounds. Chambers and Ishmael checking back in for the Blues. Date again, no good.
Squeeze! Head up! Head up! Head up! Head up!
Oh, side step 3. Big time shot, Khalid Ishmael. The Blues extending their lead up to 5. Ayak thought about it because he can pull it from out there. Newkirk looking for the handoff. Blues jump right out on that. Wint, smart move protecting the ball while Newkirk closed out. Open the lane. Fofo tried to draw the charge, did not get the call. There it is there. Newkirk stepping in for it. Two teams that are well versed in taking charges. Kevin Jeffers having a chat with Eugene Cancu, coaching right down to the final quarter of the final game of their season. Cannot speak highly enough of head coach Kevin Jeffers. Cholayak, if the Hounds are going to stay in this game, Cholayak is going to have to do just that. Adedigan pulls it down. Chance for a final shot for the Hounds, but they're going to try to take the easy two. Oh, not a smart move there, but the Blues give it right back. Checking in, Carter Kahinka. But I'm gonna take a guess is a little bit in the doghouse with head coach Adam Huffman. Kahinka, one of those guys that he needed to be big for this squad to get to the championship game. And he just could not find his stroke in this tournament. Ayak couldn't get the roll. Tied at 58 through 3. What else do you want from a bronze medal game? We're tied heading into the fourth. Stay with us. We'll be back on NorthPoleHoops.com.
What club you represent, game speaks. There's no politics here.
Okay, let's keep it going. Keep the intensity high.
Get your feet square, get your feet square.
Take your home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it, master it.
AJ Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow. Pick it up, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillip, two-hand jam!
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter from what city you're from, how tall you are, what school.
NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your
tie game heading into the fourth. Not a bad bronze medal game if you ask me. Two teams that playing for a lot of pride right now. Raheem Sullivan all about that pride, finishing in transition, the leading scorer for the Blues. He has really been the catalyst for them all season long. While Cholayak has the rock right now, sitting at 21 points, including 5 trifectas, while Ade Falar and Adedigan on the triple-double watch with 11, 7, and 5. A reminder, Jashawn Henry out of this game. Looks like he's back on the bench for the Hounds all the way at the end. You'll see him in the red warm-up shirt. Took a heavy fall in a collision underneath the rim. The NPA's most outstanding player and leading scorer plays a very physical game and ended up just falling on the wrong part of the body and sustained a leg/lower back injury, soft tissue injury. He will be okay, but he will not be back in this game, which is a shame for all the NPA fans out there, but great news considering Jashawn Henry's future in this game of basketball. Naz Roberts from downtown, he will be instrumental for this team since DeAndre Reed has sitting with 4 fouls on the Blues bench. 4-point lead for Central Tech. Ayak running the offense. Pull up. And you heard Jeffers say, why are you backing off? He watched the game last night. He watched Sholayak pulling from just over half. But Raheem Sullivan answers back. Steal by Sullivan and the basket. We're going to be in for an exciting fourth quarter here, folks. Back and forth affair, I assure you. Hutchison looking for the Kahinka screen. Hutchison into the paint, that's a travel. No. Called the foul before the travel.
Checking into the game for Central Tech, number 2, and number 3 for Notre Dame.
Head coach Kevin Jeffers saying the same thing I did.
Hey, who's on 3? Rebound!
Huff asking Fofo to get it going offensively. He has not had the touch from range, but doing a little bit of everything has been a Dave Falarna date again. Foul back the other way. Khalid Ishmael at the line, shooting 2. Cash is the first. The Blues want to send their 11 seniors off into the sunset with a bronze medal around their neck. They're going to need to tighten up the D and get the clamps down on Sholayak, because this guy, he's capable of dropping a 40-piece himself. He's already up to 26. Sorry. He'd be up to 29.
Checking into the game for Central Tech, number 21, Nas Ruffers.
Hutchison on McKinnon. A date again. They're looking for Ayak. Sholayak has now put in 32 points on 7 threes. Raheem Sullivan, though, is answering him basket for basket. You like one-on-one matchups? You like answer for answer? We got it for you. And again, Ayak, but he didn't finish. I have a feeling that head coach Kevin Jeffers wants to talk about that man right there, Sholayak. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back.
Rep by rep, you push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. Doubt sets in. Why do you do it? Is it worth it? The lights turn on. All your questions are answered.
Throws up an alley-oop! All elbow! Williams!
Are you a leader? Or an elite role player?
North Pole Hoops wants to know, what's your story?
The Hounds looking to make some money moves here and take the bronze back to Wilcox, Saskatchewan, but the Blues have 11 seniors that want to end things on a winning note. A lot on the line here, folks. Raheem Sullivan with 24 points in the game. Oh, loses it. Blues are lucky to get it back. Ishmael, he can hit that, and he did hit that. Leads up to 7. Again, the Hounds doing this without the most outstanding player in the NPA and the league's leading scorer, Deshaun Henry. Hutchison into the paint. Got to finish that. It's fouled. Small correction, Choliak sitting at 30 points in the game on 7 trifectas. Good to see that Deshaun Henry is back on the Hounds bench. The soft tissue injury had some work done on it. The head athletic trainer for the Hounds doing a great job over there alongside the Health Institute. .616 to go, 6-point lead for the Blues. Sullivan, another one of those seniors playing his final game as a high schooler on Canadian soil. Dave Falarna-Dadigan has not had his touch from range today, but still knocking on the door of a triple-double. He has the ball right now. Ayak on the wing. Wint back to Ayak. Fofo. Ooh, fouled. Shooting 3. Not what you want to see, considering a Dave Falarna-Dadigan has just been off the mark from range, battling with his stroke today. Maybe some free throws getting through the rim will help Fofo get that swagger back. Don't get me wrong, the kid does everything on the floor, not just score the ball, and is so strong defensively with that 6'9" wingspan. Two of 3. Sully. Ishmael, he can get hot in a hurry. Sullivan again. Getting D'd up by Xavier Scott. Hard to D up a man like that. Ishmael crashing the glass, comes out with it. McKinnon. Feel like he pulled that just because he hadn't had a shot today. And then picks up a quick foul. The Blues in the bonus. This will be helpful for the Hounds. Get some points while the clock does not move. They've trailed pretty much the entirety of the second half, as the Blues stay true to form, using their halftime adjustments to turn things around for quarters 3 and 4. Oh, good box out, but Scott ends up knocking it out of bounds. Blues up 3. Matthew Daves skying for the slam. Delay game warning. So we're at the midway point of the final quarter. It's winning time, folks. Which one of these teams wants that bronze more? Oh, Hutchison battling back for the block. Ayak pulling, no good. Other end, Wint finishes. 3-point game, Blues still with the lead.
And just like that, possession at 3, point lead. Central Tex 96, Notre Dame 73.
Oh, a date again. Couldn't get there in time. Ishmael has really been instrumental in this fourth quarter. Fofo looking for Wint. Greg Wint has been everything we expected to see in the first two games. Wint has done it in this game. Hitting the open shot, making smart moves on the offensive end, trying to draw the charge, but you're not going to get that call. Fofo working the rock. Looks off Wint, calls for the screen. Wint, not much of an offense being run right here by the Hounds. Hutchison, shot clock down to 2. All these players that Coach Adam Huffman was expecting to step up in games 1 and 2 are doing it here down the stretch of the bronze medal final. Raheem Sullivan getting to the line. So shifty. Timeout for the Hounds. Stay with us. 3:17 left. This game will be decided soon.
The National Preparatory Association is expanding for Season 3. Canada's only national prep school basketball league is accepting applications from high-level programs from coast to coast. The NPA provides top competition, unrivaled exposure, and every program will have an impact in the growth of the league. We may also be able to provide opportunities for individual players looking to join one of the NPA teams. The team application deadline is April 30th. Email info@northpolehoops.com to start the process for your chance to join a nation inspired. The
NPH Scouting Service. The NPH Scouting Service is another platform for exposure with a network of over 300 coaches and scouts from some of the most recognizable brands and programs. Our scouts are constantly evaluating talent to ensure accuracy and credibility. NPH Scout. NPH National Showcase Circuit. From the grassroots level to the pros, a system has been developed through the National Showcase Circuit. North Pole Hoops hosts 3-day camps in Canada's major basketball markets that focus on exposure, skill development.
A Dave Falar and a date again with 4 fouls. With 3:17 to go. That's going to be a big storyline to watch considering Deshaun Henry has been out for the majority of this game. As Raheem Sullivan continues to put up a shining example of what he's about in his final high school game. Sullivan knocking on the door of another 30-point game. And Fofo has just fouled out of this game. Well, I've mentioned that the Hounds' depth has been much better today than it has been this entire tournament. They're going to need it right now. Sullivan working on Ayak. Oh. Ooh. Don't know if Sullivan lost it or tried to shovel it off. Either way, it's a turnover. Avery Hutchinson is going to have to do an awful lot for his squad down the stretch with Fofo out of this game. Ayak pulling. Ooh. I know looks a little insane when he pulls those shots, but he hit a couple in the semis and a couple deep ones today. He's got that range, does Sholayak. Going back the way of the Hounds.
We know the rules already. We can review it at the 2-minute mark.
2:20 to go. We do have video review in the final 2 minutes. After this game, we will be handing out the bronze medals to the winner of this game, Kahinka. DeAndre Reed, saddled with 4 fouls, has been on the bench for most of this game, but he's back out there now. Sullivan, nice look to Daves. Kick back out. No, he finds Reed. Baseline? Nope. Daves can't get after it. Kahinka outlets. Hounds aren't helping themselves. We are in the final 2 minutes. Video review is in effect for out of bounds calls to see if the shot got off late. We are instituting that this year as part of the NPA. Sullivan. Reed from deep. Wow, DeAndre Reed on the bench for so much of this game. Just cashed in from range to push the lead up to 6 for the Blues. Ayak trying to go to work. Push off, uncalled. Jaron Jones all over him. Ayak got the whistle eventually. Hounds aren't about to roll over in this game. These are two teams that are not going to go away. Splitting a pair. Hounds are going to need everything they can get. The Blues, very, very good playing with the lead down the stretch. Daves, back to Ishmael. Sullivan, he's smarter than that. Doesn't need it. Cannot say it often enough, Raheem Sullivan's so fun to watch, and that is what we know about Raheem Sullivan. No look pass down low to Jones for 2. The lead's up to 7, final minute. Sholayak was behind the back. Call for the travel. Probably should have found Hutchison. Just really feel like the Hounds are just battling too much of an uphill battle, playing the majority of this game without the league's most outstanding player and the leading scorer in the league. Then losing their point guard, or sorry, their scoring guard, Dave Florin, a date again due to foul trouble. And you also feel that these Blues, with 11 seniors, are just destined to end things on a winning note. Reed fouled. Nice to see DeAndre Reed get back onto the floor for his final game on home soil as a high schooler. Hit a big time 3 to push the lead up to 6, and now he's at the line with a chance to ice it. That should do it for the Blues. 10-point lead. Raheem Sullivan checking out for the final time as a Central Tech Blue. Getting some hugs along the sidelines. First team All-Star in his final season in the NPA. Jones to Matthew Daves, who tried to end it with a spike. Not to be. Fouling, giving a chance for the Blues to check off another senior. DeAndre Reed getting his number called for the final time, getting a hug from his coach and the rest of the staff. DeAndre Reed, a special player, a special young man. These Blues have been a pleasure to call in the NPA's second season. Ayak adding to his game-high point totals. Daves has to get it over. And the horn goes on the consolation final. Your bronze medal champions for the NPA's second season, the Central Tech Blues out of Toronto, Ontario. And also have to show respect for the Hounds out of Wilcox, Saskatchewan. They came into here with the biggest bullseye that you could ever have asked for. The first team from the Prairies being seeded first overall at the high school level. Lots of chatter around that. They did everything they could to represent. But I'll tell you this, everybody in this gym will remember the Hounds of Notre Dame, and you see Jashawn Henry getting respect from his NPA brethren. But once again, the Central Tech Blues are your bronze medal champions. Stay with us. The gold medal game at 5 p.m. between the defending champs CTA and GTA Prep.